everybody, and welcome to a Lefty Knitter podcast. My name's Aquila, and this was episode 269. I have a drink today, which is cherry limeade poppy. I really enjoy these. They're probably like my guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure is I love Coca-Cola in a can. It's my guilty pleasure. But this is not about what we're drinking today. This is about what I've been making. So I know I've been really terrible at recording clips throughout the week, and I just haven't done that, and I can't. We're getting used to a new routine, so it's been a little hectic, it's been a little crazy around here, and I just haven't gotten my bearings yet. So hold tight, I'm coming at you still, just not in my typical format. Today is Sunday, and it is already, it's the 30th of March. Oh my gosh, it's going to be April already. This is a podcast about all the crafting that I'm doing, whether that's knitting or crocheting, my circular sock machine, whatever I've been up to. And I have 4 things to show you. I don't have any acquisitions. I've been really good. I actually have one acquisition, and it's just a rechargeable table clamp light for my machine, because the crank-in is this coming Saturday in Crofton at the brewery. It's on my Instagram page. I'm so excited. I've never done a crank-in before, so I'm going to show you what I've been up to. So if you've been around for a while, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. I enjoy doing all the different crafts, so I might be showing you a little bit of everything all the time. I have a really different project here that I'm really excited about, but really unsure of. So we'll get to that. Let's jump in with something that I've already shown previously. This was yarn that I ripped out of a shawl that I wasn't liking. I did not like it. I didn't like the process of knitting it. And so I ripped it out. These are all my little tiny scraps of it, which if I need to use, I'll have them available. And if I don't, maybe I'll make a matching pair of socks. But I've tried this on, and it fits really well. I'm really excited about it. This is the Simple Stripe Sweater, sorry, I do have notes, by SuviKnits, and here it is. I have it on tiny needles, so it's going to be difficult to show you. I split for sleeves, and I believe I split for sleeves the last time I showed you guys, so I have done, let's try to get it in some sort of fashion to show you. Here's what I have, and here is my stitch marker of where I was last. So I've done 1, 2, 3 full stripes, partial green, and I started a new color. So that's where I'm at, and I am loving these colors together. I knew I loved them when I picked them for the shawl, so I kind of wanted to just go with it with something else. And that's why I decided to do a striped sweater, because I knew they played well, really well. So that's my progress. I'll move my marker and I'll keep going. These rows are 8 stripes, or 8. Each stripe is 8 rows of knitting. Now that I've split for the sleeves, I can do like in one night, 1 whole color stripe, which has been wonderful. Also, I have been changing color. Well, I changed color up here. I don't know if you can tell. Well, you can tell because there's holes and I haven't like tightened that up and woven the ends. But I've been changing colors on the side here, and I've been doing the technique of when you do a new color, you don't do anything special with the first round, okay? And that's where I've been changing. So it's really, is that where I've been changing? Hold on, wait, pause. Yes, that is where I'm changing. Sorry, I didn't think that was it. And now I'm second guessing everything. Where that marker is where I've been changing my color, going down that row. And what you do is you knit the whole row with the new color, and when you get to the first stitch of that first row, you pick up the old color beneath it, the stitch beneath, and put that up on top of your needle to knit with the first stitch of the new color, and that will be your first stitch of the second round of your new color. So you're picking up the old color, putting it with the new color and then knitting them together, knitting the 2 stitches together. And that's your first stitch of your second row. I hope that made sense. But it's supposed to not create like a jog. And once I tighten, like, because I didn't do anything with the ends yet. So once I tighten them up, you really aren't going to be able to tell where I changed color. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this fast. And I realize sometimes I talk really fast, I trip over my words, and I just feel bad because although I do have 3 new projects, I really love doing the videos through the week and talking about them while they're fresh in my head, and I haven't been doing that, and it's just been really throwing me off, and I feel like I'm rushed to put something out on the internet, and so I do apologize. Look, I haven't even opened this. I'm gonna open this and have a drink, and let's have a breather, and we'll count to 10. You guys don't have to count to 10. I can cut this out, but I just need to, like, focus. I do love this. It's good. It doesn't have any fake sweetener in it. It has stevia in it, which is from a plant, right? Stevia is the plant that's the sugar, the sweetener. It's a probiotic soda. I love those. I love like kombucha and stuff, so anything like that I really enjoy. So once in a while, I'm really terrible. I'll buy patterns and I don't always use them, or I've been gifted patterns and I haven't knit them, and I feel really guilty about that. And so I don't think this is a paid for pattern. I think it was free, but it's been in my library because I wanted to make it. Now this is the Bandit cowl. I'll insert all links down below for all the projects on Ravelry. I'll make sure they're labeled Ravelry for people that still have issues using it. And it is a cowl that is like kerchief style in the front, so it's pointy in the front like this. I'll just get a picture and insert it here of the designer's cowl. And it's made in 2 sizes, so you can make it, I'll just show you. Okay, and then I'll talk about the yarn. So this is the front. And of course, I have it on a 16-inch circular needle, so it's really bunched up. But this is it. This is the front side. So it hangs down like this. And eventually, you join it in the round. And it has 2 sizes, meaning you can repeat this a few more times to make it wider. That way, when you join in the round, it's wider around here. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't want it to be too slouchy. I want it to be up around my neck, because this yarn, I've had this yarn for a very long time. It was gifted to me from one of the girls in my knitting group, and I don't know if I had some issues or if the yarn had some issues. It was probably something to do with storage. That's what I'm assuming. This is, oh my goodness. I know I have the label. Tiniest label ever. Let me just tell you. So Tess yarns, I just recently saw them, I believe, at Frederick in the fall. I could be wrong about that, but I was really surprised because I didn't think they were vending anymore at shows. I thought they were maybe, I just hadn't seen them in a while. I know they did Maryland Sheep and Wool for a long time, but this is Tess yarns. Like I said, this was gifted to me. Tiniest label ever. How they even fit a skein of yarn through this, I don't know. Okay, but this, on Ravelry, it's categorized as a sport weight. But the 100 grams and 420 yards, I would think, is a fingering. I'm going to have enough yarn no matter what. And when I was winding this up, I was saying I had some issues. I had some issues because I had 5 balls. I don't know what the deal was. It didn't look like anything had chewed through it. I didn't cut the wrong yarn. I don't know what happened. So I've been joining the balls of yarn in the project. But this yarn is so super soft, and I want it up around my neck because this is 65% cashmere and 33 or 35% silk. It is super soft, and the what they named it, this blend, is called Kitten because it feels like a kitten. I mean, it is super duper. It is so soft. It is like the softest. You probably can't tell how soft it is from seeing it like this, but believe me when I say, if you see me out and about, you can pet the kitten Sorry, that's just weird. Okay. Weirdo. Yeah, so I've been working on the Bandit cowl, and I will put a marker in so you guys can see. I'm like 6 rows away from the last repeat of this. Like if I hold this here, it's down under my bra in the front. So it's long enough. Like I would be perfectly fine with the length and joining it. So it's super pretty. The marker is just so I can be like, oh, that's the front versus back, because I don't want to mess up this like seed stitch versus stockinette. I think it's like a seed stitch. So, or it's garter. God, I can't. It's beautiful though. Okay, so I cast this on, I don't know, Tuesday night? I don't remember. This week, because you had not seen it. I cast it on this week. And then I had been thinking about making gifts for people, and I thought the Sophie scarves are real popular. Everybody's making those or that type of scarf. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet. This is not a Sophie scarf. This is actually the Vibes scarf. I'll insert a picture here. Now, the Vibes scarf is by Guri, G-U-R-I, Pedersen. When you go to this project on Ravelry, it directs you to the website. And then the website directs you back to Ravelry for an English version. And then you just keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and there's no English version to be found to download on Ravelry and or the website. On my project page, there was a woman in the comments who really nicely had the English version and put it as a Google Doc. So you can get the Google Doc. It's in the comments, and I linked that person's comment in my project page. This is a DK weight, and I had this yarn from the Fiberists, and it is like a silk blend of, I think it's wool and silk, or it's something very luxurious. And I was like, oh, I have some mohair. This is actually what I have left. Is it mohair? It's mohair and silk. And I had some of that left from my ranunculus. So I'm holding those together. And I thought they would look really beautiful, and they do. And because the yarns are both super nice yarns, I think it's really neat looking. So it's really just this eyelet little scarf, and it'll be long enough to tie. And I'm not sure if it's just going to go in the gift bin or I'm going to try to wear it. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this, but I wanted to try to make one because, well, not everybody's making them, but a lot of people are making these little scarves, and I thought they're really cute. And so yeah, and again, I put a stitch marker to show my front versus back. I will add a stitch marker to show my progress, so a progress keeper, so you guys can see the next time you see this. I don't know how much more I have left of this, actually. I think you just keep knitting it until it's a repeat of like 10 rows and 12 rows, and you just keep repeating those rows. And so I'm just going to keep repeating those probably until I run out of yarn or it's long enough to go like tie. Like it's not long enough to tie yet. So, yeah, that's the other new thing. I have one more new thing to show you, but yeah, I'm just going to keep going until I've used all this. So I gotta shove this back in my bag. This bag, I got in like a, I don't know who made it. I don't know if there's a tag on it actually, but isn't it super, oh, there is a tag. Oh, it's Molly Klein Designs. And it's got all these, it's got all kinds of fur all over it, but it's got like plants. And this was a D-stash, so I got it in a D-stash. So, all right, I'm going to shove everything back in here, and then I'm going to move on to the last project. Now, I'm going to be really upset if I can't finish this project with the yarn that I have, because honestly, I think this is a Joann's yarn line and I won't be able to get this. So I'm gonna do what I can and get there. But this, I kept seeing aesthetically people making these cute like curtains, not always a curtain, but a gosh, what, I'm blanking on what they called, like they have like the little pennants that they hang, like people have them in their campers and they're really cute, like the little triangle, or a valance. That's what I was trying to think of, curtain wise, like a valance where it's just like that top piece that's just decorative, it's beautiful. And I saw some really pretty handmade, some I think were knit, some were crocheted, and I was like, I have all this cotton that I was using to make wind spinners. Well, I haven't made any wind spinners lately and I have this cotton, so what did I do? I found this pattern. Hazel and I were looking through different ones, and I want to try a different kind also, but this was the one I picked for this, and I'm not doing it exactly to the pattern. Let me just preface that, because the shapes are supposed to be staggered, so if it's like two here, there's one here, and I'm not doing that. I'm staggering them down. Not staggering, I'm lining them up. And so this is called the Sparkling Curtain, and it's YND Crochet or Yuki Dougherty. The pattern is on Etsy, or the pattern is on Ravelry. I didn't get it from there because I was looking at Etsy to look at patterns for different curtains, and I found it there, and I didn't go to Ravelry to look to get it there, so it's fine. But I bought it on Etsy. I don't remember, it was like $5.95 or $6. It was relatively inexpensive. I'm using a 3.5 millimeter, I think. I didn't bring the hook down. I forgot. I did though bring my curtain rod down. And so when it is stretched out, I haven't woven any ends. So just be aware of that. Goodness gracious. I've messed up a few times because I'm doing them in rows. I was attaching them a little bit incorrectly. I might go back. I'm not sure. And attach something on these and these with like a bead in the middle or something. I just think that would be really pretty. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to hang it up once. I don't know how many rows I'm going to do either. I mean, this is still really tiny. I need to do, and what I'm doing is my colors are going to go on a diagonal. So the, this orange is going to end up being over here. And then this one will be this gray. This one will be the light orange or whatever. The dark gray will be here, and it'll end with yellow. So I'm going to keep them going at a diagonal. I might have to end up getting a new curtain rod because I don't know if I quite like it, or I don't know if I quite like how I have it strung either. So I might have to change that too. But how fun is this? And I think I might have to try to, they're cotton, so I might have to try to starch them somehow. I'm not quite sure. It is the K&C brand cotton. It is a trademark of JAS LLC, so I don't know if I can get that anywhere else, but this is the, I'm not sure. K&C Knit and Crochet. It is 100% cotton, and it is a light number 3. So I've used this. I knew I liked it, and I was like, well, you know, let's try something new. I failed to mention I had read like quite a few books, and when I was making my book list, I added 4 books that I failed to tell you about, and I'm not really going to go back now. My memory, I mean, I read books, I listen to my books, I do audiobooks, but a lot of them are series books, so they kind of like, somebody did this, and then this happened, there's a romance that's going on in the background, and then they solve the murder, you know, like, so I did though, and I didn't look up the name, and I wanted to look it up, but Suzanne Collins is the author of The Hunger Games, and they just put out the new book, like, at the time of my last episode, and I finished it already. It was really good. It is a prequel book. So they have The Hunger Games 1, 2, and 3, the 3 books, and then they did a prequel called Songbirds and Snakes or something like that, and that was the story of Snow. That was a prequel, and that was the earliest in the timeline of The Hunger Games. Then this new book, which I can't remember the name of, is all about Hamish, and it takes place at the second quarter quell, so it's the 50th Hunger Games. He is the one in the 50th Hunger Games because I messed up the timeline talking about it to somebody the other day, but this would be, in timeline-wise, the second book. It was so good. I enjoyed it immensely, so if you liked all the Hunger Games books, I know some people didn't like or love the Snakes and Songbirds book. I really enjoyed it. I picked up all these little things in this new book. You get to meet Ellie for the first time. Effie for the first time in this book. And if you know who Effie is, and you've read the books, you know who I'm talking about. So that's really cool. Then there's all these other little things that get touched on that like round out everything, and it's been really enjoyable. So I've really enjoyed I really enjoyed the original, like the first Hunger Games books, and I knew as soon as I saw that and it was free on my app, I knew that was like the next thing in my queue, and I finished that in probably 3 days, maybe 4, because I just really, really enjoyed it. So all right, I don't have anything else to really talk about. We have just been very busy. John was actually out of town for a little bit this week, so it made my schedule really hectic. And like I said, we're trying to get into a new routine, and that's been really not hard, but it's just new. And so I'm getting there. It's going to take time. I just need to stop, take a couple minutes to myself, and to record for this, and that will help me free up me stressing on the weekend about I need an episode. I know I don't need an episode, and you guys are here and you're gonna be here, and I appreciate that, and I really do. I'm grateful for my viewers, because I know sometimes what I'm putting out in my mind isn't always the greatest content, but you guys have always been super nice and supportive, and so yeah, that's where we're at. I have to now record a cranking video because I have not done that, and I really do want to keep up with that also. So okay, take care of yourselves, check in on others, send those funny memes to your friends, because if that's how you communicate through the week, that's what you do. And I know there's people that do that. I know you're all out there. So just do that. And yeah, be happy with the projects you're making. And if it's not making you happy, cast on 3 new items. That sweater's not making me happy. It's just stockinette in the round, and I needed something. So I cast on 3 things. Okay. Until the next episode, knit happy, y'all.